Hello, beautifuls. I want to talk today about habits. There's something we all have. We have them in every aspect of our lives, and we very rarely give any thought to them unless, of course, we have a habit that we don't like, we don't approve of, and we want to break that habit, so to speak. And that's a whole nother video, which probably is in the making just because I brought it up. But I want to talk today about the importance of addressing all of our habits and the significance that even the seeming insignificant habits have on our experience. And that is because habits, very much like judgment, take us out of the present moment. These ritualistic ways of thinking and behaving have us responding to situations, events, people, things, even thoughts, based on something we've experienced in the past. And so our response is not authentic to that moment. We are allowing a pattern to override the opportunities, the feelings and sensations, the knowing that can arise in that moment naturally. Habits also desensitize us to the feelings and sensations and information that flow through our body, specifically to each particular moment, and have us responding in ways of the past. Now, as you can imagine, that really limits our power. It limits our ability to experience life to the fullest. So, how is it that we can become more aware of our habits? I know that you have heard me say this, it might be a slight hyperbole, but a million times. And the answer comes back to mindfulness. Slowing down, giving us space and time to really feel into a situation. And I will give you a personal example. Even though this is the work that I do, and I've been doing it for a long time, as I said, we all have habits and they creep up, even when we are being fastidious, right? The other day, I was on my way to my morning walk, and I got to the intersection where I would normally turn right. And my body instinctually, or intuitively, probably is the better word to use, intuitively hit the left indicator. And I immediately had that impulse, no, why am I doing that? We go right. But knowing that the body has its own wisdom, I decided to turn left. And when I did so, I took that moment, that breath, to feel into the body, and it felt right, it felt good. But at the same time, I was able to watch my mind. And my mind was not happy. It was so attached and connected to the habit that it started to shout. Literally, it was like I was being bombarded with thoughts. And it was as if a 2-year-old was in there having a temper tantrum. It was like, we always go right. What are you doing? That's our favorite meditation spot is there. We know that path. We need to turn around. You need to turn around. You need to turn around. And it was so strong that within a block away, it was still hollering at me. Now, can you imagine if I hadn't been connecting to the body and aware of the fact that there are two aspects happening, that the mind would have easily overridden that as a simple mistake. And to some, it might have been a mistake. However, on that walk on the north side of the river as opposed to the south, moments after I started on the pathway, I had the most auspicious experience and interaction that actually reinforced a certain part of my life that I've been trying to navigate. And it reinforced a very specific answer or pathway for me. And I would have never experienced that if I hadn't been listening to the body. And the truth is, there is a vigilance that we need to maintain in order to stay connected to the present moment, to the now, to that body wisdom, simply because we live in an environment that is reinforcing habits and patterns and reinforcing the mental stimulation and mental guidance of our experience. I thank you very much for listening to this experience. And as always, if this message resonated, I appreciate a thumbs up or a share. It really does help the channel. It helps expand this message. I also want to thank those of you who have donated. I appreciate those love tokens so very much. I appreciate each and every one of you, whether you are new or you have been here from the humble beginnings. And until we speak again, please be well.